see everybody's faces. Konbanwa, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for being here today for our annual Gotaisai, Wahiawa Gotaisai, autumn grand ceremony in honor and appreciation of our founder, Founder Konko Daijin. Earlier, Tenchi Sensei, he read the Rikyo Shinden, and that is the reason why this church exists here today. So we have to always look back to the Rikyo Shinden, the scroll we read every time. And that's the origins of Konko Kyo. Without that sacrifice, this church wouldn't be here. Konko Kyo would not be here today. Anyways, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out today, this evening, for our Wahiawa Gotaisai, but very important service. I'm not sure if anyone knows, but do you see the floor? This looks kind of different. It's been sanded down all the way to the bare wood. And it wasn't supposed to be a big project. It was supposed to be only like the rough areas. But when we asked David to do it, he did the full sanding to the bare wood. And even the bushings. And it took him like 20 hours, David. 20 hours. Like even after he came back from work and resting, like even at like close to like 10 o'clock at night, he was sitting, getting it all nice and neat. Yano Sensei and me and my mom, we helped paint it. 5 layers of clear coat. We thought one layer would make it shiny, but it didn't. Okay, next layer, and next layer, next layer. And oh man, when is it gonna become shiny? Finally, on the 5th coat, it became pretty shiny. Maybe one more. We also painted the white wall outside. I don't know if you may notice that one. It was our Gotaisai project for this year. And if you'd like to help beautify this church, you're more than welcome to. Because this church does not belong to the Yano family. It belongs to everybody that comes to worship. So, we all have been allowed to care for this place. So let's all take good care of our church and your churches too. And while me and my mom were painting the wall outside, I asked Okasan, I wonder if Haruko Sensei approves of our goyo, our propagation in Wahiawa. Do you think Haruko Sensei is shaking her head in disappointment? And Okasan said, ha ha ha, I think Haruko Sensei is doing nigawarai. Nigawarai meaning doing one of those wry smiles. She's not completely approved, yet she doesn't disapprove. It's like we could do better, yet then she is still happy that we're here kind of thing. But then my mom says, you know what? If you think about how far we've come as a family, as a church, you can clearly see the amount of blessings we have received. Especially for us, our family, financially, we've been receiving a lot of gokai. Because I don't know if you knew us from when we were small, we were really financially, it was really difficult. It was really, really difficult. Because sometimes we just couldn't pay even the utilities. So like the Hawaiian electric car will pull out into our driveway, the water supply car will pull up into the driveway and say, your bill is late, we're going to cut your utilities. And it's been cut a couple of times. And that's how difficult it was. We couldn't pay, it was difficult. We had our cars that would constantly break down on us. We never had a reliable car until recently. Like literally, the car we had would freeze in the middle of a busy intersection and people would help push our car. We had a red 91 Nissan Sentra with a license plate EXN013, execution 13. People tried to race us because my brother Rodney Sensei, he cut out his own stickers and he pasted it on the side of the car. You know what that sticker says? You got balls? You got balls to race me? That's what it meant. And people like kind of road rage. They're like, sure, I want to race you. And one day we were told by somebody, Yano Sensei, you know, that car doesn't look like a minister's car. It does not look like a minister's car. And in the past, I didn't really complain, you know. But in the past, I used to hear my parents always say, "Okane ga nai, okane ga nai, no more money, no more money." But one day it changed. I don't know what made them change, but they would correct themselves and say, お金がない。Oh, no, no, お金がないって言ったらいけない。We can't say that. お金がある。お金がある。We have money. We do have money. Even if we had no money, they would say, お金がある。お金がある。To my mom said, if we say we don't have okane, it's the same as telling Kami-sama that we have no okage. And eventually, our family financial situation improved to the extent that we were able to pay the bills and continue to keep our church open, continue to have services. So we're very, very arigatai for that. But, yudan wa dekinai, yeah? We cannot ever get lax in our faith and be like, okay, you know what, Kami-sama, we got our blessings already, so I'm good. No need to practice faith already. Because if we forget the favors of Kami-sama, then we're going to go back to square one again. So gotta put that faith into practice and continue with that. So important. In many, many ways, I can attest to the blessings we have received from Kami-sama. And so my mom said, in comparison to our past and present, we definitely received okage. So we must be doing something right. Maybe Kami-sama approves of us somewhat. I just shared a teeny portion of the many blessings that the Yano family has received until this point in time. And I know you are here because you have your own amazing stories of receiving okage due to practicing faith, and you are here because you're sincerely thankful for them. Share your blessings with your family and friends. Pass it down. Pass on your faith, because that's a very priceless asset. You know, people, they give their fortune, their houses, their cars, you know, when you die, they have a will, give this to my son, my daughter. But it's really important to pass on your faith. Because if you lose everything, you have faith, then you can still stand back up again. If you don't have faith and you lose everything, you're just going to be screwed, you know? You're going to be depressed and just going to commit suicide. When everything is lost, you have to have the faith. And I'm very thankful to my parents for passing the faith to me and my brothers. The autumn grand ceremony is to celebrate, honor, remember, and appreciate the founder, Founder Konko Daijin, for the many sacrifices he made and for the various sufferings he encountered. He made it so everyone after him, like you and I, can receive okage easily, right? And understand the true nature of the life force. Tenchi Kane No Kami-Sama. Konko Daijin paved for us the way already. He made it safe for us to travel on. He cautions us the dangerous path and lights the way to a safer and easier route. We can always take the harder way, be my guest, but the founder already did that for us. He has been through much suffering and lost like several of his family members. Yet it was ultimately his sincerity that enabled him to create that bond with Kami-sama, the life force. Konko Daijin was a man of great sincerity and integrity. He never cut corners, and he always did good, honest work, even if no one was watching. You know, people, sometimes they cheat and they say, oh, maybe I should just wipe the sky instead of like nicely, you know, like corner to corner because no one's looking. But Konko Daijin was always neat work, honest, all the time, regardless if people were there. Konko Daijin, he feared no one, nothing, but Kami-sama only. Konko Daijin only feared Kami-sama. Feared that he was being irreverent to Kami-sama, somehow, some way. The government even prohibited him from giving teachings and prayers to the people who came to seek it. You know, the offerings on the altar were confiscated by the government. The altar fixtures were torn down and damaged. You know, you saw in the movie. But Konko Daijin didn't flinch. He kept his trust in Kami-sama at all times. And it was through his sincerity that the life force was able to communicate with Konko Daijin on a regular basis and to tell the rest of humanity what is an acceptable way of life according to the laws of the universe. I use the word life force when I describe Kami-sama to English listeners, right? Because saying Kami-sama is God, it automatically brings in like a Judeo-Christian image of what the divine looks like. A Caucasian man with a beard and he's beaming from the sky with an off-white rose. That's the image you immediately get when you hear the word God. But when I say life force, then all of a sudden, maybe for some Star Wars fans, Yoda may pop up in your head, and he says, well, I cannot do the impersonation as good as how, Roy Sensei does. Oh my goodness, I wish Roy Sensei could teleport here right now. Yoda says, my ally is the force, and a powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us, binds us. Luminous beings we are, not this crude matter. You must feel the force flow around you, here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. Yes, even between the land and the ship. It makes me wonder if George Lucas secretly knew about Konko Daijin. Because the force, as described in the Star Wars, is a perfect description of a life force, Tenchi Kane No Kami-Sama. The great life force is in everything and everybody, plants, animals, rocks and trees, water, the sun, the air, the moon, the galaxies, the universe as a whole, all make up the body of Tenchi Kane No Kami-Sama. We each have been given a soul by the life force as well. And Kami-sama taught all of this to the founder Konko Daijin. So we are so lucky to have the founder who can communicate with the universe so he can tell us. Our bodies grow with the nutrition we receive from the foods we eat and the water we drink. How is it possible for the meal we eat to be converted into energy? How is your body able to extract necessary nutrition and eliminate what is not necessary? Of course, there's scientific explanation, right, on how the body works, but no one knows why, and there's still a lot we don't understand still. But no one pays attention to the body's ability to digest food and its incredible functions, from the time we consume the food to the time we eliminate. We just inhale the food, and we don't think about what's going on in our bodies, It's an amazing thing that's happening every time we eat or drink something. Even a body's natural ability to fight off infections and heal itself, who does that, We take these things for granted. Konko Daijin said in a teaching, being cured is not a blessing. Being cured is not a blessing. Being in good health is. People, they desperately pray when they get sick or are in a life-threatening situation. I see it all the time in a hospital. The patients, they suddenly become religious, They take out their Bible, they put on the rosary, they watch spiritual YouTubes and videos and seek prayers from a chaplain, and they become really spiritual and pray to God that they want their illness or injury cured. And, they do get healed, they do get blessed, yet they don't acknowledge afterwards enough. They don't acknowledge enough. It's great if a sudden adversity would make people turn their hearts to Kami-sama, but even that sometimes doesn't even make people turn their hearts to Kami-sama, and that's kind of sad. They said, what will they do to wake up? So what is a lifestyle that is agreeable with the laws of the universe? It's easy. If you feel that inner soul of yours feeling grateful, then you are on the right track already. And like the Tenchi Kake's divine reminder tells us, the divine favor is granted to us if we have a harmonious and joyful heart. Blessings are hard to notice when we are feeling sad, angry, frustrated, and depressed. And that's the spiritual clutter we don't need in our lives, because it won't leave you room for your blessings. You gotta let it go, So that's when you come to the Toritsugi Mediation desk at the church. Every Konko church has this amazing feature in here. And you go to relieve yourself of this spiritual clutter and go home feeling relieved. That way you can, all the okage will come into you. In the past, I used to describe the mediation desk as a spiritual toilet bowl, and I still do. But lately, I've been saying that going to Toritsugi is like going to a spiritual ER, emergency room. My brother Rodney Sensei inspired me on this one because he broke his arm a couple months ago. I think he just got out of his cast, thankfully. And he had to go get a cast at the Kaiser ER in San Francisco. And while waiting in the ER, he noticed a statement of non-discrimination there. And it stated, Kaiser Permanente is known for its commitment to diversity and inclusion. We all have the responsibility to treat one another with dignity and respect. Kaiser Permanente does not discriminate on the basis of sex, age, economic status, educational background, race, color, religion, immigration status, ancestry, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, disability, marital status, veteran status, or source of payment. It's like, wow. I'm not trying to like promote Kaiser, but just saying what it had in their statement. The hospitals, they can't be picking and choosing who they want to care for. They're going to accept anybody that needs the care right now. So their primary focus is to help treat the ill and the injured. So I was like, this is it. This is what a Konko church should be. You know, every Konko church should be like this. And not only Konko church, every temple, every church, every mosque should be like this, open and just totally willing to help anybody out. So I changed our church website non-discrimination statement as well, and you can please look at it if you have the time, www.konkowahiawa.org. Konko churches have the responsibility to accept whomever comes to seek mediation. We don't even ask for payment. You know, listening to your worries and stuff. Since it doesn't say, okay, that's $100. You know, the average cost of psychotherapy and mental health counseling ranges between $100 to $200 an hour. Wow, that's out of pocket. You get the same service and prayers, including prayers now, for absolutely free. Zero obligations, no strings attached. We won't come telephoning you to you owe us something, you know. We won't do that. You cannot associate the Toritsugi Mediation Desk as a money-oriented, fee-for-service type of feature at our Konko church, at any Konko church. If we do that, then that means even the people who are struggling to make ends meet cannot receive blessings. So we want everybody to receive blessings. However, now, if you feel very glad that you came and would like to sincerely offer something because you were saved, not out of obligation, you're more than welcome to do so. And you'll be accepted and offered to Kami-sama. Simple as that. Kami-sama doesn't want any of these like, oh, I got off, okay, fine, and he saved me, yeah, here's some money. He doesn't like that kind of feeling. It has to be absolute gratitude you have holding in your heart. And then you offer to Kami-sama and Kami-sama will accept it. Very grateful. And my great friend Todd Sensei puts it, take full advantage of the Toritsugi Mediation Desk. We can say it because, you know, we take full advantage. Me, Todd Sensei, we take full advantage of Toritsugi Mediation Desk and have been saved on numerous occasions. My brother Rodney Sensei, who does goyo at the Konko Church of San Francisco, he said he noticed that a lot of the younger generation really use the Toritsugi Mediation Desk. And the older generation, they come, they greet Sensei, put the ohatsu offering, and then they leave. And it must be because they have no more requests already. It's all good, no problem. They're only thankful. He said that the majority of the people who come to seek mediation is for human relationship issues. Whatever the issue you may have, know that this place is for you. It's for you. You gotta own it, you know? Now, how lucky is that? Now, I'm going to end my talk very soon. I just want to remind everyone to practice being in a state of gratitude. When your heart becomes negative, try to flip it. You know, try to see the blessings. Somehow see the blessings amidst your suffering. Realize that the life force surrounds you with divine blessing, and the life force kind of someone always trying to embrace you with a hug, even if you do not notice them. The main cause of suffering. Who knows the main cause of suffering? What is the main cause of suffering? Anybody know? Anybody? The main cause of the suffering is our ignorance of Kami-sama's blessing. Ignorance. From the mysterious and wondrous all the way to the boring and ordinary blessings that normal people, they don't even appreciate. Those are the blessings we have to know to appreciate. Konko Daijin has been taught all of this, and we have learned from him. So let's continue to put our faith into daily practice, and continue to live each day in gratitude, and continue to give thanks to him. Thank you very much.
Thank you for attending service. This is our 45th Daisen. I came here 1977, September 28th. One day before I stayed at home church, I came over here. And most of the people who greeted us at that time has already passed. Anyway, Edna Sensei mentioned, お金がない. Actually, I did not complain about state お金がない. It could be a reality. But a few months after I arrived and conducted monthly service, actually we have only omeki in the bottle and one pumpkin that was harvested from them. Between the whole, there's no pencil at that time. So only maybe omiki and rice or senmai, you know. After I completed the service, I thought, anyway, even though we may have not much offering or few attendees, I could not conducted the monthly service. So from that month, I tried to make a visit to Honolulu Church as our parent church, the Wahiawa Church, as an appreciation, and this kind of gesture of appreciation, thanking to Kami-sama. So about 45 years, at every monthly service, I try to go to Honolulu Church and appreciate what is up. I've been able to do this after this 45 years now. So this can be one of the key areas being able to continue this tradition of visiting Honolulu Church. Once I made this decision, this could be the way how I thank Kami-sama. I don't know why when I go to Honolulu Church makes Kami-sama happy. But this is a relationship between Honolulu Church, the parent church, and our church. This is my idea. Maybe me going to Honolulu Church, their appreciation, make Kami-sama happy. Actually, maybe Kami-sama has responded to this appreciation. I've never thought, oh, it's too much. I've never done it. I always respond to attend Honolulu Church. So you can attend at least 2 times a year, grand services as Konko believer. We respond and come some listen to you. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。そうです。
こんばんは。Good evening. Congratulations today for the grand service. 歌を歌わせていただきます。スイーツね。3つの歌。親神の昔のままにペリポーティーかな。はい。そして真理の道をシャイニーしまります。どうぞ、everyone. If you Thank you.